Well, good evening, folks. It's the real Captain Kirk here. It's the 18th of July, Sunday evening. Only about 2 weeks ago until we move into our new world headquarters here in downtown Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, up on the 8th floor. We've had a time-lapse video here for you. You can see a little camera in the back office there. We're going to be showing you, again, the construction over the last 4 to 10 months. So it's been a long process here, but excited. And again, we'll be moving in here within a couple weeks. Last week here, we spoke to the folks at the Allergy and Asthma Network, partners of ours, again, and with the fall ragweed season outlook on what we see for both allergy and asthma suffering across the U.S. And again, even a sneak peek out to Christmas. So again, check out this link here to watch the nearly hour-long presentation with slides that we presented. One neat tool that we've put on their website here is a kind of a neat interactive tool that allows you to pick anywhere in the U.S. and show you kind of the year ahead forecast that we see for asthma, allergy, and flu outlook. So again, just a proactive way to be managing these very critical diseases here as we go through the year ahead. Looking at last week here, summary again, 11 through 17 July. Hard to believe mid-July is in the history books, but 1.3 degrees cooler here in the U.S., so making it the coolest in 5 years, 18th coldest in 36 years. So about average for the U.S. overall. Rainfall was up nearly twice what we had last year, wettest in 29 years, second wettest in 36 years. Up there in Canada is pretty warm, 2.7 warmer than last year, warmest in 9 years, but again, continued dry, third driest in 36 years. Europe also much warmer than a year ago, warmest in 3, also very wet, wettest in 5 years, and obviously some pretty epic flooding in spots around Germany. Pretty catastrophic flooding, to say the least. Russia, again, hottest in 11 years, driest in 15. China, again, 4 degrees hotter, hottest in 36 years, wettest in 4 years. Down under Australia, their winter, again, warmest in 8 years, so pretty warm there for Australia. And down in Brazil, again, continuing their slightly cooler trends, but again, a little bit wetter than last year, but still way below average rainfall, just having a devastating drought, obviously, down under. Maps inset left are the trends versus average. Here in the U.S., again, it's been models have been predicting a lot of rain for this parched area of the north central U.S. and just hasn't happened. Again, here's the May rainfall trends versus average. Again, we've highlighted some of the Corn Belt counties here across the going from the Dakotas, Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio. Central Eastern Corn Belt obviously has been pretty wet, but feast or famine. Again, very dry in the north central U.S. North Central U.S. is trending driest in 9 years. Again, this is May through July, so part of this is a 10-day forecast to finish out the month of July. But 6th driest in 36 years for North Central, so very dry. Des Moines, Iowa, in the heart of the Corn Belt here, driest in 9 years, 3rd driest in 36 years. We added, so Corn Belt, Des Moines area, about 8 inches of rain here for this nearly 4-month period, so that's pretty low, to say the least. The average would be at more closer to 14 inches. Corn is part cactus, we think, so it tends to do well. But again, this is just extremely dry. So models, if we'd added up all the rainfall for Des Moines, probably be north of 36 to 40 inches of rain. So just way overdid it this spring, summer. Continues to do that. Unfortunately, the next 2 weeks looks pretty dry in this area, and where it's been wet, it looks to remain wet. Looking at this week, 18 through 24 July here. Again, continuing these cooler July trends. Obviously, a really hot July last year. So 1.3 degrees cooler than a year ago. 12th warmest in 36 years. So above average national temperatures. But again, we can see cool where it's been cool across the south. Cool relative to Texas. Cooler than average. And wet across, again, the Texas to the southeast. So nationally, we're 32% drier than last year, making the driest in 6 years, 5th driest in 36 years. So way below average, again, from pretty much coast to coast from the Pacific Northwest through the central U.S. Into the mid-Atlantic Northeast. New England, actually, on the wet side. And again, wet in the south. Looking at next week here, again, a tad cooler than last year, 13th warmest in 36 years, so above average. Warming up a bit, again, seeing some expansion of the heat in the central U.S. Spreading to the mid-Atlantic east. 11% drier than last year, 12th wettest in 36 years. We'll see about all that heavy rain for the mid-Atlantic and continuing in the southeast here. So aggregate all these trends here for the world outlook here for the latter half of July. And again, we see a really hot weather again for the north central U.S. and southern Canada, and obviously very dry in those same regions. Cooling off a bit in parts of Europe, still warm, not as warm in parts of southwest Russia. So with that, folks, we hope you have a great week, and we will see you here next week. Have a great week.